What is up, everybody? I'm Jared, and I will be going through my core four of MLB plays on PrizePicks today. For those that are new here, if you hit the like and subscribe button, that'll make sure you get notified when these shows start. We have been taping them every single day, so you'll want to make sure that you're aware when they're up. Also, if you're not currently playing on PrizePicks, if you use promo code WINDAILY today, that'll get you a 100% sign-up bonus up to $100. And we'll also go ahead and throw in a free 30-day trial of Win Daily Gold for you. That'll get you access to all of our daily articles for MLB, NBA, and NHL. It'll also get you access to our Discord, where we're constantly talking about different DFS plays or PrizePicks plays, or just joking around. So to start, just want to do a recap of yesterday. Yesterday was a struggle. Not going to lie. There's no way to beat around the bush. We went 1 for 4. Pete Alonso did hit his target pretty nicely, even though Patrick Corbin was pitching around him most of the game. But with the Rays getting no hit last night, Wander Franco and Mike Zunino were garbage. You can no way to say anything else about that. Also, Rowdy Tellez went 0 for 5 yesterday. Wasn't expecting that, especially against Hunter Green, who he dominated last week. Today's a new day. We'll go ahead and get started. So the first one I want to go with today is going to be our boy Vin Velasquez. We're going to be using his pitching prop today, his K prop. If we look at it, it is currently at 4.5. I'm going to go with the under on this one. Our model is in agreement with me in that he'll get less than 4.5. He has a couple games this season where he had 6 strikeouts. If we look at who he was facing in those two teams, I highlighted it last time when we used him against the Red Sox. They were against the Angels and the Twins, who are both some of the highest K teams against righties in Major League Baseball. He's facing today a team in the Guardians that just don't strike out much. Over the last week, they have a 15% K rate. Against righties this year, they have just an 18.5% K rate. There's just not going to be many Ks there. If you're playing DFS on the early slate, the Guardians are one of my favorite teams. I expect them to put up a bunch of runs today. I don't think Vin Velasquez even sniffs 4.5 strikeouts today, just like I didn't think he was going to sniff against the Red Sox last week. So I'm going to go with the under on this one. I'm going to go with the under on his 4.5 strikeouts. The next one that we're going to be using is also another K prop. It's going to be Spencer Watkins against the St. Louis Cardinals tonight. Watkins is a very low strikeout pitcher. Even PrizePicks knows that with giving him a 3K projection tonight. I don't think he gets to his 3 strikeouts. He's facing a Cardinals team that also doesn't strike out much. On the year, they have just an 18% K rate versus righties. If you look at what Watkins has done this year, he has just a 10% K rate on the year. That's extremely low. No other pitcher on pitching today, with almost every single team playing today, has a lower strikeout rate on the year. That's thrown at least 10 innings. 10% strikeout rate at the major league level. I mean, you're talking 2 to 3 strikeouts a game. Even in his last game against the Twins, he was only able to strike out, I think, 2 or 3 batters. With the Cardinals striking out even less than the Twins, especially against righties, I don't think he sniffs 3 strikeouts either. So with this, the model has him at 2. I agree with the model at 2, so I'm going to go with the under on this strikeout prop for Spencer Watkins today. The next one that we are going to go with is going to be Rafael Devers. Devers gets a nice matchup tonight against Ian Anderson and the Braves. Ian Anderson was pretty dominant last season, but he's really regressed this year. His ERA is a half run higher. His xFIP is almost a full run higher than it was last year. And it's also been lefties that have really given him the most heartburn. Lefties on the year have a 217 ISO against him and a hard hit rate close to 40. So lefties are really getting to him. Now, I will throw in the fact that Ian Anderson does tend to strike out lefties at a higher clip. But with strikeouts tonight, I'm not really worried about Rafael Devers because Devers just isn't a high strikeout guy. He has just a 13.5 strikeout rate against righties on the year. This is a great spot for Devers. He's coming in super hot. He has 7 hits in his last 3 games. The 7.5 hitter fantasy score, we really just need a couple hits from him tonight, with one being an extra base hit. I love this spot for him tonight. I'm going to be using him in some DFS lineups later. I'll also make sure to use him on PrizePicks. So with this 7.5 hitter fantasy score, I'm going strictly with the over on this one. I think he gets this with just one swing of the bat tonight. The final one that we're going to go with tonight, it's a little bit on the riskier side, but I do think that Javier Basque or Javier Baez gets to his 5.5 hitter fantasy score tonight. He gets a great matchup against Zach Logue and Oakland Athletics. Logue is just making his second start of the season. His first start, he only gave up 2 runs, but sometimes with that, you really need to dig in a little bit deeper. He gave up 2 runs in 5 innings, or I think it was 5 innings, but also in that start, he gave up 5 barrels and 2 homers. He was extremely lucky not to give up more earned runs, especially with those 2 homers, because if there were any runners on, it would have been a whole lot worse for the guy. If you look at Baez, he has a long history of crushing righties. On his career, he has an OPS of over 1,000 or 1.00 against lefties. So we know that he can crush them. I expect the Tigers to score some runs tonight. And if they do score the runs that I expect them to, Javier Basque is going to absolutely be in the middle of it. Our model has him at 10 points tonight. So there's definitely some value with that 5.5 hitter fantasy score. I'm going with the over on this one. So just to recap what we're going to be doing today, I like the under on Vince Velasquez strikeout. I like the under on Spencer Watkins strikeouts. I like the over on Rafael Devers, projected hitter fantasy score 7.5. And I also do like the over on Javier Baez's 5.5 hitter fantasy score. So those are my core 4 for today. If you have any questions, feel free to drop some comments on our video. Also, if you end up using these, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. That way we know you guys are watching, and we'll produce more of these videos. With that being said, I wish everybody good luck with their picks today. Good luck, everyone.